and Shiva, Sip Soham, Lakshmi, Sip Chotwani and Ansul, Sip Deepatma and Dasi, Sip iPhone, I don't know who, and Jyoti. Welcome to the call, Sachin, Atmanand, Ashok Nijani. Let's start. My phone or my bottle or whose bottle? Please start, Sachin.
Shivam Guruji.
Shivam.
Guruji, it is not possible that if a soul leaves the body, it can return back in
Why
the same
not? What's the
body.
problem? What is the problem?
It will go and merge with the Sipna.
Means
The same soul cannot come back. There is no guarantee of same soul coming back to the body because the soul has already left. And it is like the same thing what we discussed yesterday.
then can a different soul come back?
No, I mean, no soul can come back. Once the body is dead, the body is dead. It will have its own karma, which will go back. And if the karma is still pending, it will the mind and ego will come back.
But
But the
you're not
soul,
talking of the body being dead. You're not understanding. The body is alive.
no, so body is alive, then how can soul leave and come back?
Soul go outside. So many gurus are telling soul will go from the nose, soul will go from the ear,
There
soul
is no
will go from the
formula like this.
mouth.
There is no formula like this. If soul goes once, it goes. It cannot come back in the same body.
Then you should be talking to these gurus.
No, I don't have to. I have to just talk to you.
Let us hear. Good start. Let me hear Atmanand. Let me see what is the logic. Because everywhere they talk, आत्मा निकल जाती है, फिर आत्मा प्रेत बनती है, फिर आत्मा वापस आती है, out of body experiences, near death experiences, past life regression, so many things they talk of. क्या है गोल, क्या है सच?
Shivam Guruji.
Shivam.
So there's a contradiction in the statement itself, right? So if the soul lives the body, then the body is dead, right? So how can it be alive? So if the soul has left, what is keeping it alive?
That's what I'm saying. Soul leaves, body is as it is, then the soul comes back.
No. But what you are telling is there's no power, but still the computer. So you are telling I'm removing the power, but still the computer is working.
No, remove the power, computer is as it is, then you put back the power, then the computer works. Why can't you understand simple matter?
I don't understand.
See, in the computer, just now you gave analogy of computer. In the computer, if power is there, computer works. Power is not there, computer does not work. Again, power you put, again computer works.
No, but I think in our case, we say it is like the air going out of the balloon, and then you yourself say, right, I'll give you $1 million, you bring that same air back. So that is the same question.
No, that is air in the balloon. This is different. See, this is like how, suppose I'm sitting like this, the soul goes out.
Then the body is dead, right, at that point.
Why? Who told the body has to be dead?
You only taught us that the whole thing is from the body powered by soul. That's the whole point. That's why we say I am soul, right?
So if I taught you means anything you will believe whatever I tell, or you have to understand what?
And also based on contemplation, right? That's what I'm telling. Based on that only. Also based on my contemplation.
So,
but I have a question on that. This is my understanding, but I have a question. There are these near-death examples. So what happens at that time? It was just one question that came to my mind.
So in all these near-death experiences, exactly this happens. Go and read how many books are there. Oh, I went, I saw God, one long tunnel was there, and then I went, and then I met my grandfather and my great-father, but they told me it's not yet your time, so you go back, and how many books are there? 100,000 books are there in the world.
No, but that's like a dream, right? For the dream also, you need a power. So that soul was there even for at that time, right? I mean, at least that's my understanding, but I'll hear from others and learn.
No, but so therefore, can there be something called near-death experience? Out of something they call, just Google out of soul experience, something. What other terms for near-death experience? I have not got into this fairy tales much, but it's a big thing. So I'm trying to Google. You also Google. It's called near-death experiences or out-of-body experiences. Any name is there? See, I'm just Googling. It's called an out-of-soul experience, often referred to as an out-of-body experience. Here it is. I'm giving you from our favorite Will. Will's favorite is AI. A phenomena where a person receives the world as if from a location outside their physical body. Some are described as a consciousness of spirit leaving the body. Come on, Atmanan, read, man. Out of soul experience is there in the internet.
But I'll stick with my understanding.
Okay. This is the exact question we are talking today. Ashok Nichani, let's see, Ashok Nichani will come with some amazing analogy. Ashok Nichani, bolo.
Shivam Sarji.
Sure, bolo, sir.
Sarji, as soon as there is no breath, there is death. The soul leaves immediately.
Ah.
The body dies. Then how can the soul come back to the dead body?
That is what I'm asking. In the internet is full of it.
Not possible, Sarji.
Why not possible?
Dead body soul will not come in.
In one balloon, you remove the air, then again you put air in the balloon. What's the problem?
No, that's a new balloon. You cannot. You cannot put the balloon in the punctured. You cannot put the air in the punctured balloon.
So, see, this is where you have to understand if it is possible, then how? Can the soul leave the body and return when alive? If you are saying no, then explain why. Why? If you are saying yes, then you say yes and explain why.
Sarji, as soon as the soul leaves the body cannot be alive.
Why?
At that only the soul leaves the body.
Suppose the soul leaves the body without death and comes back.
Not possible, Sarji.
So think about it. Explain to me.
Sarji, they say in some rituals they say that the soul remains in the house for 11 days.
See, I told you, no.
That's a story, Sarji.
Then they do Atma, the puja, the soul should not become pret, they should not become bhoot. Then so many things are there.
That is made for the living of the pandits. They should be.
Rajanand and Bliko, let me hear different masters, what all the masters have to say.
Shivam, sir.
Sir.
Sir, before 2 years, I would have believed it, but not now.
Why? What happened in 2 years?
2 years में ऐसा हुआ that I have learned that soul leaving means body becoming inanimate or remains as possum only, without soul. So it can be what they called near death experience. I think it can be the highest hallucination of mind. So, or that is also illuminated by the soul itself. Otherwise, soul के बगैर तो mind कुछ नहीं कर सकता ना, अगर है भी. So, like that.
So you don't have any other concrete answer, मतलब?
मेरे लिए तो वो soul
only you believe. You don't understand. You cannot explain why.
I cannot why. For what I have to say why? Because I don't believe in it.
So if you don't believe, does not mean that it is true, ना?
हाँ, सोल निकल गया तो निकल गया, फिर वापस कैसे आएगा?
वापस आएगा, जैसे दरवाजे से बाहर गया, फिर दरवाजे से अंदर आ गया?
नहीं, वो अब कोई शक ही नहीं उसमें. यहाँ तो मैंने गलत अंडरस्टैंड किया है, तो यहाँ तो कोई शक ही नहीं.
अंडरस्टैंड आपने सही अंडरस्टैंड किया, लेकिन आपने लॉजिक नहीं समझा ना.
लॉजिक क्या है? लॉजिक किस लिए चाहिए हमें? जब we don't believe, we say that soul once left is left. Then body and mind will.
अंधविश्वास, मतलब you are doing अंधविश्वास.
नहीं, अंधविश्वास नहीं, but because we have understood the formation of the zygote, formation of the body, karma philosophy going, mind and ego going along with the karma, leaving the body. ऐसे तो हमने बहुत कुछ सुना है, तो उसके बेस पे आधार पे हमने एक इन्फ्लुएंसेस बनाई हुई अपनी.
ठीक है, ब्लिको का सुनते हैं. थैंक यू. ब्लिको, आप क्या बात बताएंगे? लेट मी सी कनाडा से क्या इनका क्या समझाएंगे. ब्लिको, शायर, कृष्णा, 3 masters in the line, and then Premchand ji. Shivam.
Love you all. Here it is -6 outside, feel like -14 right now.
Okay.
But nothing is freeze here. That is good.
So tell me.
Okay. So this question is the direct, explanation can be done with the soul. SOUL. What is soul? First, we have to explain to the person who is not understanding this phenomena of near-death experience and all these things. The soul is a spark of unique life. The spark is a reason or energy which makes the person alive. Means there is a soul which is, the cause of this body. The body is forms after the soul enters in the mother's womb. So that is first. Now, the soul never born actually. It is the energy from SIP that gives the soul, gives the body to finish his karma, pending karma. So that Jivatma is, now traveling to his life with his Sanchit karma. Now, the death is also like this karma, the packet which he brought is finished. So the soul leaves the body. Now this dead body,
then it comes back.
That no, and then it merge with the SIP. Because
okay, maybe merge with SIP. Again from SIP it comes back.
Again it comes only with that mind and ego wants to get, he's not enlightened, so it will, get another birth, and the power is given to that Jivatma again to fulfill his.
But what about the possibility of the soul coming back into the body, leave the body and return?
Impossible, because it is like, I can give the analogy of a bulb, which electricity is there. Until the electricity is there, the bulb will work. When the filament is gone, means bulb is fused. Now you do 1000-volt also electricity, but it will not light again. You have to replace that bulb. Same thing, the body, once the power is gone, it is fused.
This is
of no use.
Okay, it's a good example. I think the first concrete example we have got is a fused bulb. First concrete example. But let me see, we have any more examples? Shair and Krishna, Premchand Karma. Shair and Krishna. आप कुछ बोलेंगे या शायरी बोलेंगे? शायर अनम्यूट करो. हाँ सर.
वो बोला मेरी जुमा बंद करके मुझे बोलते हैं बोलो बोला.
हाँ क्या मैं पूछा शायरी बोले क्या बोले आप?
मेरी जुमा बंद करके बोलते हैं बोलो. अनम्यूट नहीं किया.
अच्छा अभी बोलो, अभी जुबान खुली है, जुबान खुल गई, बोलो अभी.
सर ऐसा है कि if somebody can put a drop of water in an ocean and bring that drop back, then I will accept that maybe what he's talking about the soul also is okay. But then what I understand, it's not possible, but I can only tell if it happens to me. और जब happens होगा तब मैं रहूंगा ही नहीं. अब मैं कैसे जवाब दूंगा बोले उसके बाद?
क्यों रहेगा ना? अगर आपका सोल जाएगा फिर वापस आएगा, then you can come and tell, हाँ मेरा सोल गया, वापस आ गया मेरा सोल.
सोल गया, वहाँ माइंड एंड ईगो भी तो चला गया. बोले वहाँ राजेश तो रहा नहीं ना. शायर
किसने बोला? सपोज नियर डेथ एक्सपीरियंस वाले बोलते हैं भाई वापस ऐसा घूम फिर के वापस आएगा.
ऐसे तो कहानी बोलने वाले 100 हैं यूट्यूब में.
ये बहुत ये ऑर्डिनरी नहीं, थोड़ा गूगल करके देखो. आउट ऑफ बॉडी एक्सपीरियंस, आउट ऑफ सोल एक्सपीरियंस.
Let them say anything. Truth we know. If we go on listening to them, then जो अपने थोड़ा बहुत सुकून है वो भी चला जाएगा बोले.
But logically आपने example क्या दिया? If the drop of water becomes one with the ocean, means Atma becomes one with Paramatma, soul becomes one with SIP, it cannot come back, is what you're saying.
There is no demarcation there. No? There is no dots, there is no molecule, etc. Means logically you cannot do. Once it is gone, means it is gone.
But nobody is agreeing with the statement. Everybody in this call is straight away denying.
Yeah. क्योंकि this call जो भी यहाँ पे सब enlightened person है. At least level तक है बोले.
Awakened. At least awakened.
Yeah, they know this truth. Because see, very beautiful thing a person told. He says, somebody asked Einstein, okay, do you believe in God? And Einstein said, I don't believe. He said, is God there? Do you believe it? So Einstein said, I don't believe. I know. And he kept quiet. That means a belief only comes when you have a doubt. Then he said, I know he is there. So there is no matter of belief because that is the truth.
Okay. Good Shair. Let us hear Krishna. Krishna, good Shair. Thank you. Good contribution. देखते हैं क्या, where this discussion go out of body experience, out of soul experience, देखते कहाँ जाते Krishna.
The Krishnoham.
Krishna.
Sir, the very clear understanding, like everyone said, we have a clear understanding of what birth and death is for our body, for our karma. So when the soul enters the zygote, there is birth. And when the soul departs, there is death. So there is no question of once the soul entering a dead body. This is what we have learned. But your question, now I'm happy that this question came up because I was faced with a lot of discussion right from doctors who were in my group. They were discussing about some, I did not get time to check, some Anita, somebody who had
Murjani.
it.
Anita Murjani.
And they were doctors who were arguing very confidently that you go and read that book. And they said it has been medically documented. We doctors have gone and documented. Then my belief is this is something I didn't want to bring this topic. That day itself I thought of asking you, but mujhe laga that was not death. That was a near death. It was not death. That means what they understand in medical sciences, she could remember what in her coma state, she could hear the voice of the doctor speaking to her husband. That is the point of discussion. Then I have to say, then she was not dead. She had consciousness. We don't know what goes when they are in a coma state. That your medical science has not found out completely. But death means it is a complete, the body has gone. Everything, all the Panchabhutas have gone, perished, and we'll cremate the gross body. So, yeah, that is my answer.
So therefore, this is a good example you brought about this Anita Murjani and all that. They talk with such authority. And some people talk and they say, I went there and met my grandfather and my great grandfather. Dadaji told like this. They talk with such authority that the common man gets, I believe, common man says,
Sir,
okay.
common man, I was talking with a set of doctors. Very
Doctors of
senior
common man.
doctors.
But
They
only
were saying
common.
it is medically, it is not scientifically, clinically proven of Anita's case, but they said we, a team of doctors, have documented her statements.
You see, that is the point. When what you just rightly said, a near-death experience is not a death experience.
Yeah, true.
This is what they don't understand. Because they don't understand the meaning of consciousness.
Yes.
They don't understand the meaning of soul. How they will understand? Though it is so logical for a person like you, for example, how the strike of the matches happens, two cells become one, then that cell multiplies. Therefore, I don't want to give the answer straight away, but if you go from all the teaching that we have gone through, where is the question? How to, it's like saying when the toothpaste comes out of the toothpaste comes out of the what do you call that strip? How can it go back inside? I don't know if there's any way to put the toothpaste back inside the
it is a
paste.
single valve. I think the valve opens only to one side. Yes.
I don't know. So many people say you can't put back the toothpaste into the plastic tube. Once the toothpaste comes out, it comes out. It's not a right example. It's not the best example.
Typically, they can counter, answer with another analogy like Atmanand said, the computer example. If the power is switched on, again, the computer will work. So this is not argument and a counter argument, but near-death experience is not death. Death means the soul departs completely.
But it's very interesting. Now you study near death or Anita Murjani, study all those things, you would come to know. They are talking of soul leaving and soul coming back, which as per our understanding, how is it possible? What is death? When they're talking of...
Yeah. But in coma state, awareness hoga, consciousness hoga, wo mujhe pata nahi when they were speaking, that she could recall all what happened in a coma state.
That's all okay. But she's not dead. Why do they call this near death? Why? That's why it's not death experience. It's not post-death experience. Nobody can say post-death experience. Yeah. That's why they still use the term near death.
Yeah. Yes.
But in all these cases, Krishna, if you study, they talk of that person going in a tunnel, seeing one light, and then that light and Dadaji and all those things, all kind of fancy fairy tales.
So even in mythology, I don't know, there also is a story of Shankaracharya. That also they quote to, to give more
Yeah, we cannot believe that. It's
authenticity.
maybe just a story where he was not married and he was told to how what he asked was asked a question about what a married man only can experience. Correct? That's the story you're talking about.
Yeah.
Then he left the body, he went into a king had died, he went and lived as a king for 2 days and he came back. What kind of fairy tales are these? So we should not believe. It's very easy to put one mythological story in a real textbook. You just have to implant it. And it's very easy to implant lies. Very easy. And also lot of takers. Lot of people, aisa kya? Oh, I see. They are ready to listen to the stories. Good, Krishna. Good contribution. Premchand ji. Good near-death experience was a beautiful addition to it. Premchand and Karma.
Shivam Gurudev,
Shivoham, sir, boliye.
in our theory, ship and soul are one and same.
हाँ.
It starts from the zygote stage and ends with the last breath. One theory that is we believe in it. Then how can the soul come back? But about just you quoted it, and just Krishna quoted. There is a story of the Jagat Guru Shankaracharya who had to answer some questions on sex by the wife of Mandan Mishra, and he left his body for 6 months under the security of the disciples and learned something about sex and came back and answered. So then what is it?
आप मानते हैं बात? You believe it?
मेरा समझ में नहीं आई वो थ्योरी. आपने अगर थ्योरी जायगोट से शुरू होती है तो लास्ट ब्रेथ पे खत्म हो जाती है, वो बात खत्म हो गई तो सोल कैसे जन्म ले सकती है? सोल कैसे आ सकते है जब सोल है ही नहीं? इट इज एनर्जी.
इम्पॉसिबल. आदि शंकर ने 6 महीना बॉडी छोड़ के गया. इम्पॉसिबल. इट इज नॉट पॉसिबल. झूठ है.
तो it is my request in future that we should use only one word, either energy or either soul. If it is confusing to use both the words for the same time.
क्यों? क्या कंफ्यूजन है?
कभी हम एनर्जी बोलते हैं, कभी सोल बोलते हैं. सोल के लिए सब
एक ही बात है.
हाँ, तो फिर वो अगर एक ही बात है तो वापस नहीं आ सकती, क्योंकि इट कैन नॉट. वंस इट गॉन इट इज गॉन. It is gone to the Brahman.
What about sometimes they show, and आपसे बात करते मैं प्रेरित हो गया, आपसे बात करते मैं इंस्पायर हो गया. कभी कभी दिखाते हैं कोई आदमी मर गया, अभी वो आदमी को जलाने के लिए रेडी कर गया, फिर 2 घंटे के बाद आदमी उड़ जाता है. आपने देखा ऐसा एग्जाम्पल?
वो एक्सेप्शनल केसेस होते हैं, मरता नहीं है वो, किसी वजह से मतलब उसकी ब्रेथ रुक जाती है. I do not believe that one can come back. Soul and energy, once gone, it is gone.
सही बात है.
It cannot come back.
Okay, good Premchand ji, your belief is correct, no doubt. Karma ji, thank you. Yes. Karma, very firm. Premchand ji is very firm. Karma bolo.
Shivoham, AiR.
Shivoham.
Spirituality is a path of endless possibilities. That a lot of things can happen. And as Shire said, that until certain things happen to us, we will not believe it. So, which is true also. And what he said about that believe in, I know, beautifully explained. So, in 2016, I know I had an out-of-body experience. Why I'm saying that is because, first of all, I think we are confusing near-death and out-of-body experiences. These are two very different phenomena. The 2016 thing that happened to me, usually out-of-body experience happens when you are in a very high state of meditation in the consciousness. You watch yourself. You don't go watch your ancestors, talk to them and all that. You watch yourselves. And I have seen watching myself. So I know that happened to me.
Awareness. That is a high state of awareness.
Very high state of awareness. And it's not like हर कोई कर सकता है या हर रोज हो जाएगी, एक बार अगर हो गई है तो no.
Why do you call it out of body? It is in your body, you had that awareness. Why do you call it out of body?
Because I saw myself standing outside, observing me. Some people experience this. There have been documentations that some people experience the same phenomena under anesthesia also. Few. Some people experience this when they're in highly intoxicated state also.
Correct. But it's not that your
But
soul
then,
left your your soul
of
left
course
the
not.
body and came.
Of course not. That's why I'm saying near-death experience and out-of-body experience, these are two very different phenomena. They should not be mixed up.
Okay.
And
Point noted.
And yes, endless possibilities. A lot of things can happen. If it has not happened to us, I would suggest, like, I don't call it a myth. I would just call it that maybe that can happen. I would not just call it कि नहीं ये तो अंधविश्वास है, ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता. A lot of things can happen. Just we don't even know how much can it.
Okay, Garba, your interesting point is noted. Okay, so I'm not getting into that because it will take another subject. I'm leaving it at that.
I also
Ruth,
yes, thank you.
yeah, Ruthanu, thank you. Ruthanu and
Shivoham
Siva.
Guruji. Shivoham
Shivoham.
Guruji.
Shivoham, bolo.
Guruji, once the soul dissolves with the sip, it dissolves. Then doesn't come back. Like the perfume comes out of the bottle, it's the spray, it dissolves in the air.
Good. It's good you'll understand. I sometimes try to ask y'all if y'all don't understand. So therefore, this question like this helps us to be sure we are clear. Okay, you are clear. So thank you, Ruthanu. Siba. Siba.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam.
Guruji, initially अभी मेरे को पूछा तो अभी मैं बोलूंगी मुझे नहीं मालूम, पर पहले when I was doing my MSc Guruji, that time one student had this experience कि his body was lying and और तब मैं बोली थी हाँ उसको ऐसे ऐसे जैसे आपने एक्शन किया ना वैसे कर करके मैं उसको पूछ रही थी, फिर तूने क्या देखा, I was asking him Guruji. But it is but Guruji, मुझे लगता है गुरुजी ये हो सकता है, पर अभी लगता है अभी नहीं हो सकता ये, because how is it possible गुरुजी? और
अभी आप बोलते हैं आपको लगता है हो सकता है नहीं हो सकता है, मेक अप योर माइंड.
तभी लगता था और अभी तक लगता था हो, पर अभी मैंने सोचने के बाद ऐसा लगता है कि 99% नहीं हो सकता है, पर अभी क्या मालूम जो करके आया उसको मालूम है अभी मतलब. और गुरुजी आप वो जो पास्ट लाइफ रेग्रेशन का बोल रहे हैं, दैट इज नॉट अ मिथ गुरुजी, इट इज अ ट्रूथ. I will say that Guruji because I have experienced it Guruji, that past life.
Very good.
मैं दूसरे का नहीं देखती हूँ, मैं मेरा I have seen it, that's why I am telling, and so many truth came because of that Guruji. I realized so many things because of that Guruji.
तो past life में आप क्या थी आपको मालूम है?
हाँ, मैंने क्या किया ना, मेरा और त्रिशला का क्या रिश्ता था, that I saw.
आपका और?
For my daughter I saw that Guruji.
And you believe that is real?
Yeah, I believe, and that my whole paradigm changed. Then जैसे जिस चीज के लिए मुझे रिग्रेशन था, I was not ready to accept. अभी कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं है गुरुजी, मतलब वो करने के बाद totally I changed गुरुजी, I changed a lot.
तो आपके लिए उसकी वो टॉपिक के लिए एक स्पेशल सेशन करेंगे, आज नहीं बात करेंगे, वो पास्ट लाइफ रिग्रेशन एक टॉपिक है.
नहीं, you are saying that is myth. I have experienced it. That
I'm not talking of that topic today at all. अलग टॉपिक करेंगे.
Initially you said ना ये और ये past life उसके बारे में भी बोल रहे थे ना, तो that is not a myth. I am telling that Guruji because I have experienced Guruji.
Very good. Sachin.
And that transformative journey, even I have experienced that transformative journey, that deep awareness, that deep meditation to go in that. Okay, Guruji.
आपका आवाज कट गया था शिवा. ओके सचिन.
गुरुजी बेटी का.
हेलो.
Yes, Sachin.
Shivam Guruji, I just wanted to check Guruji from you. There is this meditation which I am doing, which is being given by you, guided meditation for about an hour. Is this also available in Hindi? I wanted to give it to my mother to try this. If it is available in Hindi.
I have recorded the first 1 minute meditation in Hindi yesterday.
Achha.
So the first, we have not, my Hindi is not so good, but I will ultimately do 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes in Hindi.
No,
but,
there is one hour one, it is beautiful.
This that's
1
only
hour guided.
Only in English.
Only in English.
But we will soon come on with Hindi.
Okay, and apart from that, during the day, see, I'm practicing this, every day. When I wake up, I'm trying to do 1 hour guided meditation, which you've given. and it's really very nice. It's working on me. And I want to also know that you mentioned that to me a couple of days back that you should do one minute every hour a meditation. If there is any meditation for every 1 hour, 1 minute, or 5 minutes, if I can have a copy of that, or
it's on Instagram. It's all on Instagram.
Instagram.
It's called 1 minute meditation. Go AiR, Atma and Ravi. You'll find many other.
Okay.
There are many, not one. There are many.
So, I mean, is it like one has to be followed, or the other different ones can be followed? I mean, how it has to be practiced?
Any 1 minute meditation, just click on any one. Just try it and come back to me.
Okay. And other thing which I wanted to know was about when you say Dhyan Yoga and then you say Bhakti Yoga, right? During Bhakti Yoga, can I practice Shivoham?
Of course.
No issues about that, right?
No issues.
And
as long as that Bhakti Yoga and Shivoham, you dissolve into it. Don't keep the mind. Yoga means the mind is out of mind. You don't try to think about anything. Just recite.
Just recite, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. No, thank you.
Done. Sachin, Rumataji. रूमाता जी बोलिए।
प्रणाम गुरुजी, शिवोहम।
प्रणाम बोलिए।
गुरुजी, आपसे रोज इतना हम सुनते हैं, you have only told us and taught us ke satyam shivam sundaram, the beauty within us is due to the presence of soul. Once the soul leaves the body becomes just like lifeless, and it becomes ugly, and then the body is burnt. How the soul can come when body is already burnt, gone? Then how the soul can enter the body?
But आप लोग समझ नहीं पा रहे ना. You have to have clear understanding. मैंने सिखाया, लेकिन आपने वो सीखने का सीक्वेंस नहीं पकड़ा है. Suppose I ask you the question. मैं ये बॉटल में अंदर सोल डालता हूं. ये बॉटल के अंदर सोल डाल सकता हूं मैं?
No.
क्यों नहीं डाल सकता हूं?
Soul तो गुरुजी it is the soul तो है unique light, spark of unique life.
So you have to be very clear. अगर मैं एक पत्थर लेता हूं, उस पत्थर में मैं जान डाल सकता हूं?
No, गुरुजी.
So then you should be able to explain it in the right way.
Yes, गुरुजी. When soul leaves the body, तो वो वापस नहीं आ सकती.
क्यों?
क्योंकि बॉडी डेड हो गई है गुरुजी.
Yeah, but you must understand clearly कि प्रभु इस संसार में जगत, जीवा और ईश्वर, इसका रिलेशनशिप क्या है?
गुरुजी, सोल एनर्जी है ना, which is residing inside us. तो वो है तो हम है, वो नहीं है तो हम भी नहीं है.
क्यों एक पहाड़ में सोल आके वो पहाड़ चलना शुरू नहीं कर सकता है?
गुरुजी, वो तो पॉसिमोन है ना.
हाँ, तो ये समझना सही है ना आप लोग. You must explain in a clear matter.
Yes, गुरुजी.
आप लोग समझते हैं, but you are not able to explain it.
Yes, गुरुजी.
So I will try to explain before end of the call if nobody explains. But we have this session is open to any question, but kabhi question becomes very interesting. Everybody is stuck to the same question.
And Guruji, I have also heard many times that dead body was ready to leave and the person got up.
उसका मतलब क्या है? आप क्या समझ रहे हो? उसका मतलब क्या है?
I don't believe.
नहीं, क्या believe? वो आदमी मरा नहीं.
हाँ जी.
वो आदमी मरा नहीं तो इसलिए जाग गया. आदमी कैसे नहीं जाग सकता है?
हाँ, जो जिसकी डेथ हो गई वो तो नहीं जाग सकता है ना, सोल वापस आ सकता है.
So we have to have complete clarity in that. Thank you, Rumataji. Atmadeep.
Okay.
Atmadeep, Rajanand, Bliss, Yogini, Will, and Girish Anand. Atmadeep.
Pranam sir.
Pranam.
Actually, I have two points within this framework. One is very famous vrat, that is Vat Savitri Pujan, which is there in Maharashtra and Rajasthan, both the state. So this religious philosophy also based on this, that सत्यवान के लिए सावित्री ने व्रत रखा और यमराज जो गॉड ऑफ डेथ है उनसे वो वापस ले आए अपने पति को, तो ये इससे अलाइन होता है।
तो आप मानते हैं इसको?
नहीं, मैंने सुना है कि ये व्रत रखा जाता है, तो ये सिमिलर एस्पेक्ट लगा मुझे इसमें और इस क्वेश्चन का। सेकंड ये था कि एक पेशेंट था, हार्ट पेशेंट, उनकी ब्रेथ मतलब जो जिसमें रिकॉर्ड अपना ईसीजी हो रहा होता है या सब रिकॉर्डिंग चल रही होती है, उसमें वो शो नहीं कर रहा है। इवेंचुअली द डॉक्टर अबाउट टू डिक्लेयर हिम कि वो नहीं रहे, ऐसा कुछ। इवेंचुअली वो ऐसा टीवी सीरियल्स में भी शो करते हैं कि वो ईसीजी आने लग जाती है। सो ऐसा सिचुएशंस में मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि ये सारी चीजें ना मेंटली लोगों ने बहुत फ्री रह के सोचा है और इन चीजों पे बुक्स तक लिख डाली हैं, एंड नाउ पीपल आर बिलीविंग दिस एज ए ट्रुथ कि हाँ ऐसा है।
लोगों को मसाला चाहिए ना, कुछ मसाला चाहिए। पीपल डोंट अंडरस्टैंड द लॉजिक।
हाँ,
जस्ट माई टेलिंग यू ना, मुझे इस बॉटल में आप सोल्ट डाल के बॉटल चलना शुरू करेगा, बॉटल चलना शुरू करेगा?
नो।
क्यों? वाई बॉटल चलना क्यों नहीं? तो इसमें भी सोल्ट डाल दो, इसके अंदर सोल्ट भर दो, बॉटल भी चलना शुरू करेगा।
इसलिए आपने जब से ये कहा था कि रिलीजन इज नॉट मतलब वो किंडरगार्टन की जैसे देखो और स्पिरिचुअलिटी को एज ए यूनिवर्सिटी लो, तो वो मैंने फैक्ट पूरा चेक कर रखा है कि जो भी अपनी स्टोरीज चल रही हैं अभी तक, वो सारी स्टोरीज है ना, उनका कोई बैकिंग नहीं है एज ए, वो एक फिलोसफिकल एस्पेक्ट हो सकता है कि हाँ एक स्टोरी है, बट उसका कोई भी
वो एक कथा है। वो कथा को आप स्टोरी के माफिक सुनो, बट इस कथा को सच मत समझो कि किसी ने व्रत रखा, उसका हस्बैंड गुजर गया, फिर वो वापस आया, शंकराचार्य अपने बॉडी को छोड़ के 6 महीना जाके राजा जैसे जिया, फिर सेक्स एक्सपीरियंस किया, फिर वापस बॉडी में आया। ऑल दीज आर ऑल रॉन्ग थिंग्स टू बिलीव, कंप्लीटली रॉन्ग। सो वी हैव टू ग्रो बियॉन्ड इट। अगर ऐसा होता हम सब करते हैं, हम सब अपना बॉडी छोड़ के घूमने जाते हैं, कोई छुट्टी वुट्टी बना के वापस बॉडी में आ जाते हैं। This is all, sorry to say, this is all nonsense. ये सब nonsense यकीन नहीं करना है। राजानंद, योगिनी, विल, गिरीशानंद, thank you.
Thank you.
Rajanand, unmute.
अच्छा sir, we know that SIP is all over there, pervading everywhere, in everything, in animate and inanimate also. तो ये सोल कहाँ से आता है बेसिकली? हाउ डज द सिप हैज, क्या करना है, क्यों सिप को जरूरत पड़ती है कि सोल कॉन्सेप्ट देने का? बिकॉज देयर इज एक माइंड एंड ईगो एंड कर्मा, एक माइंड एंड ईगो को a body has to be given to the mind and ego to reap the consequences of the karma, past karmas, because this is the part of lila. So that means at this soul, this sip has to be a soul or spark of unique life, just to at the zygote formation only, माइंड एंड ईगो को और कर्मा को इकट्ठे करने के लिए, एंड इसको बॉडी को फिर डेवलप करने, द सोल कॉन्शियसनेस डेवलप्स द बॉडी, बिकॉज सो दैट द माइंड एंड सो दैट द कर्मास, जो भी लॉस्ट कर्मास, उसकी कॉन्सिक्वेंस बॉडी एंड तीनों मिलके ये करें सारे। तो जब अल्टीमेटली जब व्हेन द सोल लीव्स द बॉडी after the time, when the time period is over, leaves the body as per the karma, then the time period is over, it leaves the body, and that body is left again as inanimate and again possimum only. तो possimum, because ये जो पूरी प्रक्रिया है, the whole प्रपंच जो भी प्रक्रिया है, this whole this formulation is has to start from zygote level only, with a unique spark of life. तो how can we put the soul in this bottle जो already जो inanimate है, जो possimum है? We cannot do it, because इसकी subconsciousness से ही, soul consciousness से ही इसकी formation and moments develop हो जाएगी, जो भी है।
Good. Now you're explaining, समझे आप कैसे आपने अभी explain किया. So we have to understand the logic कि कैसा soul, एक body के अंदर आना जाना is not possible.
Yes.
What are we talking? What are we talking about? Even at death, the soul is not something that actually leaves the body in that sense.
Consciousness. Yes.
It is beyond. ऐसा नहीं कि soul जैसे पानी एक ग्लास किसे पानी हम बाहर निकालते हैं, soul ऐसा निकलता है body से, ऐसा नहीं है. Just like that, वो किधर जाता नहीं है, आता नहीं है. It is just a flow. The flow of energy is over. ऐसे नहीं कि वो ट्रेन के माफ किधर जाते हूँ जूम ऐसा ना. सोल कहीं ज्यादा नहीं. वह सोल का सोल तो हर जगह है. सोल मतलब सोल एनर्जी इज एवरीवेयर. सबकॉन्शियस इज एवरीवेयर. So we have to understand that. Yogini, thank you. Yogini will Girish Anand. Yogini, can you speak? Otherwise, will. Yogini will.
Shivohang Sip.
Yes, will.
Great honor, greatly honored to be here. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
This is a very interesting conversation because sometimes the heart can stop for hours and the brain can stop. The whole body can appear dead, but if God does not want you dead, then you are not dead. You're not dead until God's decide. God makes the final decision.
Yes, absolutely.
They have not discovered how to find out what God wants. The only one who knows may be God, but you can use all top-level instruments, and you can say, they even take them down to the mortuary, but if God has said he's not dead, then I'm afraid he's not dead. That's it. Quite interesting, actually. Quite interesting. And if God says you're dead, then God does not change his mind, I'm afraid. That's the problem. Once he's decided you're dead, then there's no changing.
No, but very beautifully you said. See, that's why man cannot control birth and death. It is beyond, man cannot create up till today. Man cannot decide birth. And man cannot decide death.
I would like to see this discussion had in the Indian newspapers because I think people have got it wrong. I think it would be intriguing really to have this level of discussion going on because until now
no, people are not interested in this kind of level of discussion. People don't mind believing the soul leaves the body, the soul goes for a holiday, then the soul comes back. This is a kind of nonsense people want to believe. So they believe. Let them believe. We don't have to worry about it. Okay. Good. Will Girish Anand.
This living body is the manifestation of the soul. Kan of this body is the soul itself.
Correct. So
it even before this gross body has formed from the zygote stage itself, it is not energizing any possimum body. From the beginning itself, it is soul and zygote. When it leaves, this body becomes possimum. So it gets disassociated for understanding purpose. So again, it cannot energize possimum. If that is possible, we can create it in lab.
Yeah. So what you're saying is correct. Now, this is what we have to understand. A soul cannot come into an inanimate entity. And the moment a body is without the soul, it becomes inanimate. It becomes like a stone. And the moment it becomes like a stone, it is impossible for the soul to enter. Because the method the soul evolves is what they call cell division or cell multiplication. The two ways of calling it. 1 becoming 2, 2 becoming 4, 4 becoming 8. And that's how the body is created. That's why we have to have clarity and understanding. Now, when the body is 35 trillion cell body, how can the soul leave 35 trillion cells and enter 35 trillion cells? It cannot enter 35 trillion cells. It can only enter how many cells, Girish?
It can manifest as a living body.
Only as one cell. It can only manifest in that first cell of existence. So the soul can only create that spark. And once it creates a spark, then that cell will multiply, because that cell is got the soul energy. That cell is the manifestation of the soul. One cell becoming 2, and 2 becoming 4, and 4 becoming 8. That is a cell multiplication from the energy. But the moment that energy leaves the living creature, the living creature becomes possimum. It becomes possimum, cannot go back into it. Impossible to go back into it. It has to again start from spark. It has to start from a spark. Simple. Therefore, can the soul leave the body and return when alive? Cannot. The moment the soul leaves the body becomes possimum. Soul cannot enter. Then, as if soul can enter any rock will start walking. No, cannot, not possible. Then rocks would be walking, stones would be walking. We are just talking for the sake of analogy.
Then AI machines will get installed with the soul.
Correct. Then you can put a robot also. In robot also we can put a soul. It will be a robot with a soul. It will become a human being. Possible. It's impossible. Thank you, Girish. Good. I knew that you will come with something. Bliss and Aham Atma. My voice is giving way today. Bliss, Aham Atma. Then we will close.
Hi, Shvam, dear Shvam, everyone. Love you all.
Yes.
First, I would like to wish an happy arrival day to Blico. It's his birthday today.
Oh, but Blico.
Blico arrival day today. So
Blico,
I
is your
wish
arrival day or
very...
what, Blico?
Yeah.
I asked Blico arrival day. Unmute him. Blico, is it your arrival day?
Yeah, this is 15th is mine, but I put in social media my wrong birthday, so people will not get identity. That's why. But it is not important. 15 or 8, 7 or 8 arrival day is not important. I never born, never die.
Yes,
we are
you're right.
immortal soul, right? We are divine soul. We never born, we never die. So this body, whenever it came, whatever the date is there, not important.
So Bliss, he has put a wrong date just to distract people.
So I just thank everybody whenever they wish me.
Otherwise we can sing for him. If it's the right day, we could sing happy arrival day to you. But it's not. But it's not arrival day.
Very comic.
Okay. Anything else? Any questions?
Yes, I would like to say something, because in the past, my father have got an accident, a car accident. He is dead in 1973 for 3 minutes. The body was dead, and no vital thing and everything, and they have get a shot to become alive again. And he say, I see a spark leave me, and I see all what happened in the room and everything with the doctor and the machine and everything. And after I have re-entered an utter spark in my body.
So that is what he thinks.
You think it's not possible?
No. Let me explain to you. So what happened? In that 3 minutes, everybody thought your father is dead. They thought he is gone. But the soul has not left the body. The body organs, the consciousness goes down. But if the soul leaves the body, the soul cannot come back in the body.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
Even when all the organs shut down, no earth, no respiration.
Yeah, please understand. That is possible. That for 3 minutes the body shut down is possible. But the soul cannot leave and come back. The soul was there. It is the soul which give back the life. after 3 minutes.
Okay. It's I don't know how to say in English, but the energy residual was inside the cell.
Correct. It cannot understand, Bliss, that energy cannot go out of the body and cannot go into the body again. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yes. But I was thinking about this period when my father gone and everything.
Yeah.
So I see.
Yeah, but that experience may be correct. That experience that everybody in the room think that your father has passed away for 3 minutes, but he can hear everything, all possible, no problem. But how he can hear? Because consciousness is there. And consciousness is there because soul is there. If the soul and the consciousness leave the body, how he can hear?
No, it's not possible. You're right. You're right.
So he
See,
heard.
At that side, you're right. Very
good.
And
Last
everything.
question. Good.
Thank
Last
you so
question.
much.
Thank you, my dear. Last question. I am Atma.
Yeah, Guruji. Good evening, Guruji. Krishnoham.
Krishnoham.
Actually, what I'm going to say is right or not, you have to only tell actually. First of all, we should think why the soul leaves the body. The answer is in the Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna says that as a mortal human being, I am wearing this banyan or shirt. When it has become useless and torn, I am going to throw these away. Similar to that, soul, when it decides that the body in which it resides has become old, when it is unsuitable for its occupation or its residence, it changes actually. Even as a mortal human being, when I have thrown the old shirt, will anybody will wear the old shirt? They will not wear the old shirt. Similar to that, once the soul decides as per the Lord Krishna that when the body is unsuitable for living, it has become old, it has become diseased. Once it has thrown the body, it has to move on the soul journey to the next body. Similar to the mortal human being, when I have thrown the old clothes, I will not wear the old clothes. Similar to that, soul will not wear the old body. It will not come in. What is the necessity as a mortal human being? When I am not wearing my old banyan, soul has got a tremendous power. It can create a new body and it can go and stay in the new body. This is my idea of understanding actually. If anything wrong, you can correct me, please.
No, there is nothing wrong, but many people get confused with this statement.
Yeah.
Many people think that the soul, that soul is like this bottle. It is an entity. This soul will go from one body and this soul is wearing different clothes. It will go in another body. It's not like that.
No, I'm just comparing a wearing of a banyan is equivalent to wearing of a body.
No,
That's
that part
like.
is okay. That part is okay.
Yeah.
But the soul, this is wrong interpretation of Bhagavad Gita. The soul does not leave one body and the soul does not take another body. This is a wrong interpretation. The soul leaves one body and becomes sip. And then the soul enters a fresh new body in one cell, in one zygote. This is practically understood by all of us scientifically, logically. So unfortunately, I am not an expert in Bhagavad Gita. I can't pick the right shloka and give you. But maybe somebody, Krishna, Chidanand, later on, tomorrow, day after, whoever is a master in Bhagavad Gita can explain, even you, since you are studying. There must be another shloka which explains clearly that the soul is not something which has an individual entity. The soul is energy. The soul is something that not water can drench it, no fire can burn it, no weapons can destroy it. This is what Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita. So I would let Chidanand make a comment, and then in 30 seconds we will close by meditation. Chidanand, 30 seconds. Quickly, Chidanand, just very short.
Shisham, Bhagavad Gita never uses the word Atma in these slokas. It is using the word Dehi. It never refers to Atma or soul. Whatever slokas he's quoting, could take any slokas where transmigration is mentioned, the word Atma is not used. And he's using the word Dehi or Prani. It's totally a different argument altogether.
Okay. Thank you, Chidanand. Aham Atma can check what Chidanand is saying. He's a master in Bhagavad Gita and in shlokas, so I submit. But let us close because I'm going to lose my voice in 2 minutes. Let us close. My dear friends, Sip, O Lord, supreme immortal power. Thank you for coming to us every evening at 8 and awakening us, enlightening us. The soul is a spark of unique life. The soul is energy. Energy that is birthless and deathless. The soul flows. It is part of the omnipresent SIP. SIP is everywhere. But the soul is only that spark of SIP that becomes SOUL, spark of unique life. It is only when the will of SIP happens, only when a Sukshma Sharir, mind and ego carrying karma, needs to enter into a new body to settle karma. It is that time when the soul gives life. And that soul manifests as a cell, the zygote, and multiplies, 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 till such time that the body is now time to go, time to finish its journey. The soul doesn't leave the body like smoke leaves a cigarette or like water leaves a bottle. The soul just ends. It just ends the life process in the body. And by ending the life process in the body, that life energy merges with the SIP that is omnipresent. The body dies. The body becomes Panch Tattva, the 5 elements. And then, if the mind and ego is carrying karma, we are reborn. But there is no chance of the soul leaving a body and coming back. We all understand it. We all try to explain it. But sometimes you need to be in full consciousness to be able to explain it. SIP, bless us with that awakening. Bless us with that state of enlightenment where we can explain this. And this is the state of EFE, enlightened, fully enlightened. Let us reach that state. Let us not blink and sink in this Maya, in this Leela. Let our concepts be so clear that we are AFA, awakened, fully awakened. When we are awakened, fully awakened, we will not believe the stories of somebody fasting and putting her husband back to life. Adi Shankara leaving the body 6 months and living as a Raja. And the Hong Kong lady Nurjani, where the soul leaves the body and goes up and meets people in heaven and comes back. These are good fairy tales. They are good stories, but they don't match the logic of spirituality, the science of the spirit. Bless us to evolve with the science of the spirit. With folded hands, I bow down to you.